welcome. Hope you are well. My name's Marie and this is my yarn journey. Again, it's been pretty much, well, I've worked mainly on two projects, a bit on another project, and I'll get into those in a moment. I'm going to be the same again, that I'm probably going to try them on, so I hope that's okay, because there isn't masses to say when it's just the same projects again that I'm working on. No finished objects. I am wearing my Nuss Light. This is about I think it's the third time I've worn this. Love the fit still, love how it looks. Just a little bit prickly still. And this is the sock yarn from Ginger Twist. Mainly I can feel it across here and towards my armpits here. A little bit on my arms, but not too much. So I'm still hopeful that this will soften up over time, but I've not yet blocked it again, so I might do that soon while we've still got this nice lovely weather, because it will dry quickly in the garden. Sorry if you hear the trains going past. Vinny is very much a dog that likes to sunbathe, and he's currently sat just at the back door in a sliver of sunshine that's coming through there, so I didn't want to disturb him. I thought I'd just leave him there until it gets too hot, and then he'll wander inside for a little bit. But he is silly because he's not a dog that should be sunbathing, but you know, it keeps him happy and calm. If you want to connect with me, I do have a Discord channel, and on there you can give any updates on any projects you're working on, chat to other knitting enthusiasts, and you know, we can get to see pictures of each other's work, which is always really, really nice. And I love seeing what you're working on. You can also purchase a pattern from my wish list if you would like to support my channel, and that's on Ravelry. Links are in the description. You can email me, you can message me on, or connect with me on Instagram, because I am on there for my knitting content. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Let's get into the project. So what I'll probably do is show you the project, then do a try on, and then the final thing will be the other thing that I've been working on. Okay, so this is in my creative garage bag, one of my favourite ones. Very, very big, generous size, very sturdy, made with lovely quality fabrics. Hopefully there'll be a soon addition to my my creative my creative garage bag collection. So I've been speaking to Vanessa about getting some of that absolutely dreamy yarn, which I'm sure that she jumped into my mind and just died perfectly for me, because I absolutely love it. And I'm going to make a summer top out of that, so that might be one that I could do another Avenue tee in. And I could probably do that for the beginner knit along videos, if that's what you fancy, because that is a different construction. Or, you know, there is lots of other alternatives, but I really like the way that Avenue tee fits me. So again, it might be a good one for that special yarn. And I think because essentially it's just a plain t-shirt, having the colours being the way they are in that yarn, which I'll put a picture of the yarn at the side so you can see, yeah, might be fantastic. So there will be some acquisitions in an upcoming video. I'm still waiting as well for the yarn that I've ordered from, and I always forget her name. It's Corner of Craft. I can't at this point remember her. Sorry, the dog's barking at something. So much for me saying he was calm sunbathing. Yeah, so the yarn that I have ordered from the Afternoon Tea collection from the Corner of Craft, what is her yarn name? So annoying. Anyway, you know who I mean. She's very popular. I'm waiting for that yarn as well. So that's the macaroons colourway that I picked from that Afternoon Tea collection. As I say, that Afternoon Tea collection was absolutely stunning. So I hope she does repeats of that, because I would like to order probably some more from that. Anyway, there was a few side tangents there, wasn't there? But those acquisitions will be upcoming in the next few podcasts. And so this is not the main project that I worked on, I would say. I've been a lot busier with work, hence why I don't have quite as much time to do knitting. A few of my projects now that I'm working on, that I'm active on, are at the like knitting in the round on the body stage. So they're not really, they're easy to pick up and knit in between work as I'm more busy, but I don't think it's very interesting to show you. So let me know in the comments if you would like me to do something else. I'm actually thinking this next coming week I'm not working as many hours because it's half term, and I'll probably get quite a bit of knitting time. So what I'm thinking is I might do a bit of a what I knit in a week, because I've not done one of them for a while, and that'll give a bit of variety for next week's video. But I wanted to ask you, are you happy with me coming back with these updates every week, even though I'm just working on these same projects and talking about them? Or would you like me to do something else next week as well? All fingers crossed there will be the next part in this video, and that's why I've been working on this, to try and get more length on the body. And I have made significant progress, but yeah, what do you think? So it'll be a what I knit in a week next Friday for you. Hopefully the video will be out on Tuesday, which is the continuation of this one, the knit along one. And this is the No Frills by Petite Knits. I tried it on last week to show you, and obviously I've made significant progress since then, so I'm going to try it again. I've got a different pair of pants on. Hopefully then I'll be able to see how much more I think I need to do before I start on the ribbing, because when I get to the ribbing section on this, I can then start those next videos. And my newsstand's finally arrived, so I'm hoping that will make things a lot easier for the overhead shots. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to the next stage with you all. I literally have just got to do the bottom of the body, and then it'll be, I think there's a decrease round, and then there's ribbing, and then it's the sleeves, which will be exciting if we're near the end. And this is the yarn I'm using. I know I've showed it on the last God knows how many videos, but it's the drop sleemer. I'm loving knitting with it. I can't wait to see what this is like when it blocks. I'm a big fan of alpaca, and it has got 35% alpaca and 65% wool. It's a very budget friendly yarn, this yarn, especially if you're wanting to do your first sweater. And this colourway that I've got is a purple mix. I've still got quite a bit of yarn left. Hopefully I'll have plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 balls left, so I'm sure that should be plenty. I'm not sure I've got that much left to do on the body now. So I am just going to pop this sweater onto the needles and onto my needle so I can try it on, and then I'll try it on, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the next project. Well, here we are. Hope you can see clearly enough. I'm just at my the top of my trousers here. Now these trousers just hit my belly button. And yeah, I need to have a look in the pattern just to check if the ribbon matches the collar. And then I think I'm not too far off where I need to be, but I'll probably, again, like I said last week, I'll probably try with some of my jeans to see, because that might be what I want to wear this with. It might not always be these pants. So yeah, I'm a bit further along than I thought I was with this one, which is great. Probably for me, with these trousers anyway, I would probably like it to be about there and then have the ribbing. So I'll, like I say, try it on with another pair of pants, and then I don't think I've got too much to do. Maybe even I did an inch, and then if it had the same amount of ribbing as the neckline, still a good fit. And yeah, looking forward to having this off the needles. Then we can start on the knit along with the eclipse top. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with how that's looking. There's not as much to add to the body as I was expecting, but yeah, I do need to try it on with a few more pants just to gauge that. I'm really pleased with the fit, and if the neck opens up a little bit, then it will be a perfect fit once it's blocked. Okay, so the next project that I want to show you, looks like Vinny wants to get involved now. Come round this side, Vinny. What? He wants a fuss right now. Look, I need to show my next project. I'm going to be a good boy. Right, let me do this now. So this is a Craft House Magic bag that this is in. I used a gift voucher that I got for my birthday. What I like about this is it's very, very nicely padded, and with it being a drawstring, very easy to get your project in and out. Now, last weekend, after doing the podcast and after trying this top on and seeing how beautifully it fit, I was really inspired to crack on with this. And it's really good because, like I've said to you before, when I get to the in the round body bit, it just, at that point, I feel like I want to cast on something else. I do find it quite boring, although I want the finished object. But with this, trying it on was the thing to do, because it really spurred me on, because I loved the way it fit and the way it looked. And to be fair, I was watching, is it Emma, Woolly Mammoth Yarns, who's just had a baby. She had done a podcast episode. It was really nice to see her and a little baby. And she has exactly the same thing, where she gets to joining in the round and then she struggles to get things finished. So it's not just me, at least. And here's what it's looking like now. Now, I was working... Some of this does look a little bit funky because the yarn was frogged from another project. And I'm just hoping it smooths out a little bit when I block it. But I do think the colourway detracts from that a little bit, which is nice. Now, as you can see, well, I hope you can see, I've made massive progress in the body. I was furiously knitting on this last weekend. I was so inspired. And actually, AJ, one of my lovely, lovely viewers, gave me a tip and the thing to do helical knitting for this. And I started doing that. It's very easy. And yeah, it seems to be working very, very well. Obviously, I couldn't have done that at the top because you can only do the helical, I think, when you're working in the round. But so far, so good. I only started it part way down because what I was doing before that, it was alternating. And I do think that the helical is a little bit more... your tension isn't affected, and you don't have to carry your yarn up because you're dropping one, picking up, and you're slipping stitches, and it moves you round. So yeah, if I'd have known how simple it was to do, I probably would have started doing it much sooner. As soon as I joined in the round, I would have started doing the helical knitting, but just the name of it made it sound complicated, so I didn't bother looking into it. But I just looked up some tutorials on YouTube And yeah, pretty straightforward. Although I did do it wrong at first, but that was me just not listening properly to the video. And yeah, so I'm going to try this on again now with these black trousers, and then I can see where I'm at, because I'd got to a point in this and the only reason I stopped was because I thought I need to try that on, and I wasn't in the headspace to do that at that point. And I think it was coming to, I think it was like Sunday, and I thought, well, I'm going to be busy working, I won't get much time to knit, so I would just carry on with the no frills, because I know I need to get that done for the video. And yeah, I'm excited to try this on now and see where I am. I didn't want it to get too long, so I just stopped at that point. So here we are. This is the Avenue Tea by Tori Yu, and the yarn is a sock yarn by My Creative Garage, an Australian dyer, and it's called Sequin. It was from her Taylor Swift collection. And here we are with this one. Now this one is definitely a little bit longer than, and it only has I think it's a 5-row rib along the bottom. So I don't think this is going to grow much because it's already been blocked and frogged. Do we think that I'm on the right length with this one to do the ribbing now? I'm tempted to say, if I was wearing these pants with it, it's definitely over my, yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the length on this one. Sorry, I keep trying to pull my hair out the way. It's very, very silky. I had it done this week for my partner's, going out for my partner's birthday. So, and I, you know, had it cut and blow dried, and it's just silky smooth. Yeah, so I think I might be where I need to be with this one. Maybe I'll just add a couple more rows and then I will do the ribbing. What do you think? Put in the comments if you think I'm ready for ribbing. What I might do is have a little think about it. Maybe try it on with my other jeans, and then because to be fair, this would go, I know this goes very, very well with my lilac summer trousers, and I also know it goes pretty well with my blue trousers, the other blue ones to these. So it's more likely that that is what I'm going to wear it with. And yeah, I really do think this is a lovely, lovely fit. I can't wait to have it finished, and it's going to be a lovely summer garment, spring summer garment really. Okay, so I've tried both of them garments on now. I definitely need to do a little bit more knitting on the no frills before I do the ribbing, because I don't want them to be too cropped. I do end up sometimes having them where they're too cropped. And I'm thinking the Avenue Tea might be ready for the thing, but I might just do a couple of extra rows just to be sure. Now, the other project that I have been working on this week is in this bag from Woolly Tangle. Absolutely lovely, lovely fabric. And it's my second vanilla sock. I am using a pattern. Oh, that's because I'm on these needles. These needle stoppers don't really fit on those needles. Move that needle out the way as well. So these socks, it's been a while since I've worked on these, so I will just show you. I've done the first one and this is what it's like. Now I'm still trying to get my perfect sock fit. I'm having the problem where the leg is looser, not massively loose, but just a little bit loose, and the foot is a little bit tight across this top section here. So I've decided on this second sock to try doing the cuff and leg section on 2.25, and then I'm going to change over to a 2.5 to do the heel and the foot section. I'm hoping that will just tighten up slightly the leg, mean that the foot is a little bit looser. And I can't remember actually, because this is the problem you see that I've done. I think I cast on 72 stitches. So in the first pair I did 68. And it's just a little experiment, but I would have to check that. Now this is a yarn that I had in stash, and this colourway I just could not resist this from Giddy Yarns. And it came with the mini as well, which is what I'm doing my just my toes and my cuff in. I was going to do the heel, but I just kind of forgot about that, and then I thought, oh well, never mind. It's a bit tangled up in here, sorry. I was going to get it out to show you. Oh, I won't detangle that right now while I'm recording. I'll just show you the colour. And I did, it's just the basic sock pattern by Summerlee that I'm using. And I think I did 50 rounds in the leg. And then, what was this one? 10, 20. And then I think I did 50 in the foot as well by the looks of it, and then did my toe. Yeah, this was from her Matilda collection. And I've done quite a lot really, because, sorry, I've got myself in some sort of tangled mess here. I don't know how I have managed to do that, but I was still on the ribbing. And so I picked it up this week and just did a bit on that. And yeah, my box of socks isn't coming along very well, is it? Actually, I'll just nip and get that, and then I will show you what is actually in my box of socks currently. My mum was laughing, saying, oh, you said you were going to do one a month. Yeah, well, best laid plans and all that. Okay, so I've got my box of socks, and I better explain in case you've not seen them videos, because it was quite a while ago when I recorded that. My intention being that once a month I was going to probably update you on my box of socks, but as I haven't made much progress, there hasn't been the need to do those separate videos. I am still very much on my sock journey. I've just been focusing on other things in my knitting. Now, this is the box I bought. The idea being that I think it was around September time last year that I was going to knit socks for 12 months, put them in this box and gift them to myself when it came to my birthday. My birthday is in October. So this box is really full. Not. I hope you can see that. 2 pairs of socks. So I have these ones, which are, this is a, I think this was a Regia yarn. No, it was an opal yarn, this one. And yeah, very, very pleased with how they turned out. And that was just a vanilla pair of socks. And this is another Summerlee pattern, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is called, but it is so easy and so satisfying to do. And this yarn was, now I can picture the lady's face in my mind. West Green Loft. Yeah, West Green Loft. This was my, I think this was my Christmas Eve skein from her, because I got the Christmas box. And yeah, these socks are absolutely lush. I probably will do this pattern again, because it was very, very simple, but it looks effective. It's a faux cable on those. So those socks have both been blocked and put in my box. But that's all I've got so far. And we're in May. So we've got June, July, August, September. We've got 4 months left. I don't think there's going to be many more socks in the box before the end of the year. But what I will still do, regardless of that, I've got plenty of single skeins. I've got plenty of sock patterns I want to do. I still want to perfect my own vanilla sock recipe for myself. And I'm still very much on that journey. I just haven't been knitting socks. I've been knitting a lot of garments. So I will still keep adding to this, and what I am planning on doing is when it gets to my birthday, whatever is in the box that's complete and finished will be taken out and put in my drawer, and I will continue to do this probably every year, I would have thought. And hopefully somewhere along the line, I will end up with my perfect sock fit. If you haven't got Summerlee's book, I'd highly recommend that. It's really been great using that as a reference for a basic sock recipe. I did start out with the Crazy Sock Lady's basic sock pattern. I'm still tweaking mine. I am getting an okay fit, and it's not like I can't wear the socks, but I'm just trying to perfect it every time I do my socks, trying to make them a little bit better, a little bit more perfect for me, which is what we try to do in all our knitting, isn't it? And I think that's all that I wanted to really talk to you about today. Bit of lifey stuff, book stuff. As you know, I'm on a big reading kick this year, and I'm reading every night at bed and sometimes over the weekend and stuff. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I'm really enjoying these books, I'm on the last one of this series from Sarah J. Maas. And I'm on A Court of Silver Flames. I've absolutely loved these books. I don't know if you can see where my marker is, so I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want this series to be over. Now, have any of you read any of Sarah J. Maas's other book series? Would you recommend them? Because I think she's got 2 more series. One's, I think, Glass Throne, and I can't remember what the other series is. Are they as good as these, would you say? To be fair, I've got loads on my bookshelf left to read, and I've got a couple of books which I got the other day. We went out for a lovely meal for my partner's birthday this week at Lang's in Longton, if you've heard of that. And that was absolutely delicious. And we are actually off to celebrate our anniversary, and we're going to Ambleside for an overnight stay next Friday, which at the hotel that we both love. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So put down in the comments what you think of my Avenue Tea and the no frills, if you think I'm ready for my ribbing, how much extra you think I need, all that sort of thing. And let me know what you're knitting on at the moment. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.